hear it? That sound, that one you just heard. Yes, you can hear it now. You can hear it just like I can. That sound is the sound of adrenaline running through your veins as excitement builds for hostile takeover. Yes, hostile takeover. The night that the curtain finally rises on a new age for the Terrible Wrestling Federation, a subsidiary of the greatest show on earth, CB Dubs. Yes, CB Dubs, the global Goliath, the international institution of action and anarchy is taking over, and the detritus of the old TWF will be gone in one glorious evening, replaced with something that would make David Lee Roth stain his leopard print trousers. Gone will be Zig Rules, his promising career cut short by the fact he just can't cut it. And his mentor, the legendary Ken the Nightmare Norton, he'll be gone too, put out to pasture like he should have been 2 years ago. And Big Jack Donovan with his delusions of America, guess what, Big Boss? It's the 21st century. Globalization is king, and everyone's got Psy blasting on their CBW smartphones. I mean, Toby Keith's gotta go to Saudi Arabia to fill a concert hall. You don't deserve to be the headliner, Jack. You should feel lucky you're the opening band. And finally, the Amazing Darkstone. I bet it stings a little to have your crowning moment upstaged by the real stars, to see what it takes to get your name in lights, to get the big payday and realize this is your cup of coffee in the big time before reality rocks you like a hurricane and sends you back to the circus. Then I'm gonna let you in on a little showbiz secret. I'm gonna be the one to take that shiny TWF title off your hands, because a no-talent clown like you don't deserve it. That title deserves to be held by a true entertainer, a star, someone who knows that every time they step into the ring, it's showtime.
And now, the 2-hour season event of Worldwide Wrestling's The Role-Playing Game, The TAKEOVER. And your wrestlers with their careers on the line, they are your Terrible Warriors.
Welcome back to Terrible Warriors. I am your creative for tonight's 2-hour special of our 2-hour specials of Worldwide Wrestling, the role-playing game, which we're calling The TAKEOVER. Last week, we returned to Monday Night War, the Monday Night War that was, as, your typical grudges and drama that happens between it. And then at the very end of our King of the Hill match, the new owners arrived, showing off the new talent, the new names, the new people on the street, and announcing it out to the Terrible Warrior Federation, or the Terrible Wrestler Federation, I can't remember what we called it, that all your jobs are on the line, and this is now the takeover, as CB Dubs, as we called it, has purchased the promotion and are bringing them into their international collective. I explained a little bit between episodes to my players just what they represent, and we'll probably get into that during our promotions and backstage conversations. But before we return to the show that was, let me introduce to you your Terrible Warriors for today. Starting on my left, your right, we have...
Hi, Nahrgang from the Illusionoid podcast.
And you are playing...
I am playing the role of Nightmare Ken Norton, the veteran. He's been through it all and recently lost the championship.
And you've retired like 3 times, and you just keep coming back. He's a legend in the industry. And but coming up out of the spotlight, his protege...
Anthony Sardinha. Well, that's my real name, yep. Anthony Sardinha, but my character is Zig Rules, the hardcore Hawaiian.
And Zig has been working in the shadow of Ken, but is now stepping out into his own as he's trying to get the belt. But now there's bigger fish to fry. All of your work might have been for nothing if you don't survive tonight, and maybe you're going to be taking a walk. Someone who's a little furious about the power he's lost, we have joining us.
It's Julian Spillane playing Jack the Boss Donovan, a man now fighting for his job and his promotion.
And his legitimacy. Who are you without your power?
Exactly.
And finally, new to the show, playing our clown, we have...
Dave Ross, and my character is the Amazing Darkstone, who is now the reigning and defending undisputed champion of the world.
What is this world coming to? And someone like that can just be standing on the top with legends around.
No wonder CBW thinks we're a joke.
So, Speaking of that, we come into the opening of the TAKEOVER event, the pay-per-view event, where no one's really sure in the real world, in the audience world, what is actually happening. There's been a lot of no leaks have been going out. No one knows the future of TFW, and if this means really that the company has been bought and will be dissolved and absorbed, like so many others before it, into the CBW conglomerate. And we start with an interview with the former owner and still a creative director of the TFW branch of CBW. We move into the boss. I've got it written down. What was your name? Here we go. I got my flow chart.
Jack Donovan.
Jack Donovan. And you're it's a talk show style with an interviewer standing next to you, and behind are the former members, current members of TFW, all sort of lined up rank and file as they're talking to you about the future of the company and the future of the brand and what this means going global, and you have an opportunity here to speak your mind.
Well, am I scared? Hell no. We're going to do to these CBW goons what I did to Nate Salt and his TWF Federation when they tried to challenge us. We've been through hardships, but I'm going to prove that my roster can outbeat theirs any day of the week.
And they ask you about what about the rumors of you're past your prime. You keep pushing into inappropriate territory, putting your own players in risk and danger. People like Ken, who was almost killed 2 years ago. Maybe it is time to let a larger company sort of keep your employees safe from your reckless way of running this business.
Now that's a lot of loadable. You know, climbing up the way we did from nothing to being the largest promotion in these here United States has been a lot of elbow grease and hard work. And yeah, we've done some crazy things.
I will point out for people who are watching, people on Twitter are noticing that even though the whole roster is there, Meg American is missing. He's not standing in your group of people. Would you like to cut a promo from that? As you're, saying we're here, we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight to the end. We're Americans. We're not gonna go down without a fight.
We make it.
We're Americans with our headquarters in the Air Canada Centre in Toronto. Where is tonight's arena match happening? By the way, is it still in the U.S.?
Is it right here in Toronto, Canada?
That was last week.
St. Louis, Missouri. I think.
Nice. We're in St. Louis,
the heartland, the heart of America.
Exactly.
You mean right here in St. Louis, Missouri?
Yeah.
The city that means well.
St. Louis. We're trying.
So that's 9.
So great. So you cut your promo, and that is on a 9.
And so I'm going to make Creative book me in a match because here's why. For the pay-per-view, I'm assuming that we're grandstanding for.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, and to put my money where my mouth is, I'm going to be joining these fine group of wrestlers in a match at Hostile Takeover.
So is there a particular match, or you want it to be in the I walk match at the very end? So you're booking yourself into the match, and I'm going to go down with my own men. We're all going to fight together. You're the general now, leading them into battle.
Exactly.
And you're not going to ask them to do anything you're not willing to do yourself.
Exactly.
The three of you
I'd
are
like to
here.
grab the mic.
You're going to grab the mic.
Yeah.
So Darkstone grabs the mic right out of the boss's hand.
As your new champion and the flag bearer of any corporation that goes forth from this point, I will continue to be the flagship of any fleet, and I want to introduce everyone to my brand new and lovely assistant. Her name is Jennifer Tikal, but you can address her as Miss Tickle.
Miss Tickle.
Miss
So
Tickle.
that sounds actually here like you're inserting yourself into a tense situation.
Yeah.
Roll real.
That's like a real The Miz thing to do right now.
So roll real. 10. Holy crap, that's a natural 10. And that's actually an 11 with your side. So on a 10, it's perfectly timed.
Yeah.
If you had botched it, it would have been the absolute worst thing you could have done in that moment. So you get to pick 2. You can take 2 momentum, add or remove a stipulation to a match, gain a concession that you have wanted, or gain heat with someone. You get to pick 2 of those 4 options.
Okay, so I'd like to gain a concession.
Oh, as well, we've got a start of the episode.
yeah.
We'll deal with that in a second. So what's your concession?
So I want to remain champion of whatever
Yeah.
promotion goes forward.
So you're holding on to your belt within a promotion
Regardless,
of belts.
regardless of what promotion ends up taking form, I will continue to have my belt.
Yeah, they'll recognize your championship history, that you are the reigning champion.
The real world champion.
I don't want to take a mic from your hand. I want to get my own mic. I want to be like, hold up, hold up.
What's the second option you're going to get? Just as Anthony's then going to
Okay,
take.
so
Hold on.
what are my other options?
You can then 2 momentum, add a stipulation, or gain heat
Who would I gain heat with?
with someone that's relevant to this.
Your promo.
So either to someone in the room here.
I'll take momentum.
Okay, so you got your 2 momentum, and as well as Anthony, we will get to you. We do
Yay,
have
Penny.
a start of episode bit that we have, which is start of episode. Anyone with 4+ audience gets an over move. Do this before checking your audience growth. So you actually get an over, which is
If you have +4 audience, you gain 2 momentum, and you roll look, and you get from this list. There's a so David, roll
it's
roll
top
your
of card.
dice, and add your look.
Natural 12.
Jesus.
Wow.
And then I add my look, which is 2.
Okay.
So I'm 14.
Okay, so you get to pick 2 from this list. You can demand to be granted any match you want, call out anyone on the roster to explain themselves, or gain 1 momentum. So you get 2 of those.
Well, I already know where I'm going match-wise, so I'll take momentum.
take another
Okay.
momentum, and then do you want to call out someone to explain themselves?
Can I just take another momentum?
No.
No.
You're just gonna pick 2 from this list.
It sounds to me like if you're going to call anybody out, it might be your old partner, just to show him that you've got the belt that he wants.
You can also demand a match that you think you already booked in. Like, it's okay. The people at home don't know
I want
what
to
the
demand
card
a
is.
match with the champion of whatever the other federation that's doing the takeover. Champion versus champion.
Okay. So I have that planned here. I'm gonna.
Right.
You're now being booked in with the reigning champion of CB Dub to be the true, undisputed champion of.
And that's a match happening tonight?
He's demanding it. It's gonna have to happen tonight.
Okay.
So he's booking himself into a match.
I feel like you should take champion's advantage and just get counted outside of the ring. Roll yourself out and get an out count. You can do that. So if the match isn't going well, you can just book it.
So
Do I roll now for that?
No, it's already been rolled.
Yeah.
We already just did that. So from that, Anthony, you grab the mic. Hold up. You got 5 momentum, and the rest of you have.
That's
at
a
least
nickel.
You each actually get momentum equal to the audience that you have.
Yes, I need one more
as well.
momentum.
So
What's my audience?
Oh, I guess I need another one now.
yeah, you'll get at least 1 there. And
Do I get another
how
one?
many you get 2?
So I have 3.
Where's my audience?
I just want you all to have lots of momentum that you can start throwing in and
Do I
grease
get
the
do I
wheels.
get more for my audience?
Yeah, well, your audience was sitting at 2, so you get another 1. Well, you had 1 already sitting there, so you have your 5.
No, I had 2. I had 2 sitting there.
You had 2
I
from,
had 2 from the last game.
roll, and you have 2 from here. Okay, there you go. You have your 6.
Yes.
So,
6 pennies.
Anthony, you grab the mic. Hold up.
Now, I took everything from you, and now you're coming here saying that everything I worked so hard for could be gone. I don't like that. I want it all. I want the fame, I want the girl, and I want the gold.
He just introduced the girl, and he wants the girl.
Not Miss Tickle.
I want your tickle. I want everything you have.
Only
and
I
leave you
can
with
tickle
nothing.
Miss Tickle.
So, and you say you have a match with the champion. You're not getting that match until we settle this. So, Jack, I want you to make it me versus my old partner tonight. The winner of that match takes on the champion of CB Dub.
Ooh, I'm the audience.
You heard it here tonight, folks. Only let's make it a little interesting. It's going to be a hardcore match. I'm gonna roll I'm using my ability, which is make a match.
You know what? And this night is so packed that this is going to be the first match of the night. Even
It
though
would have to be.
normally, and any other night, this would be the top of card. There's so much on the line. We have to get this out of the way before we can even get to dealing with the champions, dealing with the boss, dealing with your jobs.
Okay, so that's 7. So 7.
I actually did have the two of you booked later in the night, but this is escalating
Yeah.
too much. It's got to move. It's moving its way up the card.
Okay, so on a 7, you book the finish, but I pick 1, which is going to be gain 2 momentum. So I'm
Okay.
going to gain 2 momentum for that. So it's going to be a hardcore match, boys.
So you get to declare the match, but
book
creative
the
still gets
finish.
the choice of who finishes.
And then can I grab the mic from him?
Then absolutely. Well, are we ever going to get to the show?
No, we are, but I've got
This is the show.
This is the show.
This is the interviewer. We haven't even. This is still the cold open. We haven't even done like.
The
Pyro, there's no pyro
nightmare.
yet.
The nightmare fights for this company, not for you. I fought for your dad's company when he ran it, and you're obviously ruining things because another company can just come sweep in and do whatever. And you know what? I'm done with this. This is my last night with this company, with any company. And if I'm going out in style. Bring me the legend of CBW, and we will have a dream match tonight.
Well, Nightmare, it does sound like it's time for this company to wake up.
Yeah. Oh, I connect with the audience, and I gain 1 momentum, and I get to pick one of the list. Make creative book me in a match.
Yep.
Yeah. Creative is. They've got that. They've got that planned out.
I get another
Moving that in.
penny.
So you heard it here. We have hardcore matches coming up between Zig and Darkstone and a has-been
Hey, legend.
showdown
A wily veteran.
between Johnny Crack, Joey Crack,
Joey Crack and
Joey
if,
Crack.
at this
and
hardcore
the Nightmare,
match,
Ken Norton.
what the plan is here, because your heat's at 4, at the end of this match, the two of you, as long as it's successful, it will resolve the conflict and your heat will drop down to 2. And you'll be starting back over, and then this rivalry needs to get settled before you can fight for the real fight that's still to come. And so that's where that was a pre-recorded talk show interview segment. The opening goes the montage clips. Pyro! But they're showing stuff from the other CBW international events and all the different matches in all the different cities around the world, and then the aerial shot in St. Louis as it moves in on the arena, and
New metal is playing in the background.
and we come into the stadium.
One of those days.
And the and the audience is loving it. I will tell you what the audience is when I find the paper that has it. But for now, the two of you are going to be doing your entrance in. You're the heel still, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So Anthony being the heel, you will start the match in control. But first off, we'll have the reigning
I'll
champion.
get a shine.
You'll get a chance to. Do you want to enter in first or after the
Champion
heel
should
enters
enter
in?
last.
Champion enters last.
So you make your entrance.
I want to make my entrance, but I want to add something. I want to walk down with a steel chair in hand. I want to get
Okay.
ready.
And here we're getting this hardcore match off to a great start. Defending champion Darkstone is going up against the Hawaiian Hunter, Zig. Will the hunter become the hunted? We'll find out tonight in the first event on our pay-per-view event.
You're making your entrance. The announcer will be played by. Do you want Julian or Nug? Do you want to join in on the announcing?
Yeah, sure.
Joe?
Yeah.
So the two of you are announcing. One of you is going to get the putover job, but you can work it out together. You can all get along.
We'll say I think we're not playing our characters announcing. We're just playing announcers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just be the CBW announcers, and we can actually, why not bring their names in from our
Let's
our
cut
list.
over to the foreign correspondence table. We've got
We've got first name.
We've got our first name is Andy Hughes,
Andy Hughes. What a great British name that is, Andy Hughes.
and with 4 it's Parker Harris.
Parker Harris.
Andy Hughes and Parker Harris calling the action for CBW. We've got an interesting matchup tonight. It's the TFW. Is it TWF?
TWF.
TWF Championship match. And the winner of this goes on to face our own champion.
You got that right, Andy. It's going to be a hell of a time.
And we've got Zig makes his way into the ring, and now the champion arrives.
Play my music.
Oh, it's magic.
With my valet,
Mystical.
Yep.
Are you like swaggering down? Or are you like?
Do you want to work the audience? Do you
you
wanna
mean the
get that
audience?
Do you wanna
cheap
cut her in
Right
half?
here in St. Louis, Missouri?
There you go. Take your cheap heat. And you can still roll to work the audience, or so can you, Zig, as well.
I
while
would
this is
like
going
to
on.
work the audience with my valet. I would like to perform an illusion with her on the stage prior to the match.
Cuts her in half.
Yeah.
I would like to cut her in half and put her back together
And of course,
on the
Zig,
stage.
you've got the option to
I
interrupt
want to.
and
No, that's what I
take the
want to
mic.
do.
Yeah.
I want to, as he's setting everything up, I want to just run down with the steel chair because he's
Yes.
going to be busy setting everything up with the valet.
This is a hardcore match.
Exactly. I can go and do it. And I want to run down with the steel chair and I want to hit him in the back.
Yeah, no, headshots are not allowed anymore.
No,
And
no.
so-
Now it's time to kick some back.
So the second, and the bell goes, and Zig starts in control,
Yes.
and I guess Mystical runs,
No, she's still in half.
She's
Still
in two
in-
pieces
She
at
has
this
not been
point.
put back
and she's
together.
rolling away slowly.
She's like on two opposite sides of
because it was on the ramp.
stage.
This is happening.
And I
one part-
wanted to stay there for later.
Zig Rules attacking Darkstone before the match, and poor Miss Tickle is in two pieces.
Can you believe it, Andy? I haven't seen anything like this since Jumpin' Top Hat Flash did his magic trick in '06.
What's gonna happen? Maybe one of those pieces will be used as a weapon in this match.
Anything can happen. Now, I want to remind everyone, this is a no disqualification match. Anything goes.
Apparently everything goes, including both halves of Miss Tickle.
So
And as
Zig in control.
yes, I'm in control. So I wanna hit him. So I gotta roll to hit Darkstone in the back with my chair.
Yeah, if you want to just roll work.
I've got the finish all worked out already.
Well, I mean. Well,
You could also combo it, right? You could do like.
oh, okay, that's true. Yeah, I want to hit him, and he falls like he falls to his knees, and then I do it again, and then I look at Miss Tickle, and then I smile, I wink, and then I just start slamming the fucking chair right on his back.
And she's screaming, begging you to stop, but she's helpless
No.
in two pieces.
I scream back
When
at her.
you wink at Mystical, is that maybe working the audience as well? while it's going on, like you're putting on
if
a
the
show?
camera's on me, yes.
Yeah.
Roll
So
it.
so you make a big show of it.
3, 4, that's 7.
Plus your look, right?
Plus my look is still 7.
No, when you work the audience, you roll plus audience.
Oh, on
Plus audience, okay.
plus 1.
Plus 1, it's 8.
It's 8. So they pop. You can get 1 momentum, and if you're already in control of the match, so you're just gonna get.
I'll get a momentum.
You'll get a momentum.
All right.
And that's just more grease to the wheels.
Yeah.
So as well as you can spend your momentum into a roll to add 1 to the roll. If you get a 9 and you want to get that 10, or you get a botch at a 6,
Okay.
you can spend in the momentum to bring you up.
All right,
the next
cool.
level.
All right, so yeah, there it is. I'm beating him. Can I continue or
So
do
now
I
you
move
can
on?
continue. Yeah, that wasn't your wrestling move. The wrestling move is what can change creative take
All right.
control to
and,
someone else.
I'm curious. Did you come out in any like special attire or anything like that?
I'm actually wearing body armor for the hardcore match. I'm like Norman Smiley'd up here.
Okay. I rip off the body armor.
You just,
to,
like the chest piece.
yeah,
you
I just
tear it away.
everything.
I am
Yeah.
fully like head to toe, like I'm training canine attack dogs.
So are you rolling?
I take a
to
knife
execute
out
a
from
memorable
my-
sequence with heat.
Yes, I want to do that. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I mean,
if I-
stripping the armor off isn't like
right.
technical
So
prowess.
that's 12 because you have 4 heat.
Yeah, 12.
So as you want, you were going to retain control, and you can gain 2 momentum. You've already got 4 heat with your opponent, so you hit great and retain control. You're going to get 2 more momentum.
All right.
He's getting a lot of pennies.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
so you can choose to continue the sequence or hand over the control.
I would like.
As well as if you feeling like he's taking too much control out of this, you can interrupt the move by spending your momentum to
I'm biding my
take
time.
control. Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming.
So you're letting him just beat you down here.
All right. So since he was wearing armor beforehand with all those chair shots, now I wanna do something special. I want to take the head of the chair and I want to put it close to his neck. And I want to do like a slam down so that way it hits his throat. And
Yep.
once again, right in front of Miss Tickle.
Okay, so this sounds now you're rolling power.
Yeah. See how that goes. 5, 6, 7, 6. But I want to spend 2 momentums to make it an 8.
Oh, when you draw blood, use a weapon, or revel in violence in a hardcore match,
That's
you
real.
can roll real
Real.
if you want to get in on that.
Even better, yes. Then I'm going to use my real instead of my power.
Okay,
Keep in mind your reel's -1 because of the audience.
just because of the
That's
audience
true.
here.
I mean,
plus
it'll be,
1.
yeah.
So
So,
it puts you
They're
at
an
8.
old school crowd who
It'll be
doesn't
8.
really
It'll
dig
be
the
8.
hardcore thing, but so
Yeah.
with an 8, you'll still gain control of the match until Dave here wants to interrupt.
it's
Someone
coming.
in the match will get injured. You can pick one of these. You gain 2 momentum, or you gain heat with your opponent. So you can get 2 more momentum, or you can actually mark an injured track on. It says someone in the match. It can be you, or it can be Dave.
I feel like Dave is going to get,
Oh.
get injured in
I
that.
feel now that I need to intervene.
Okay,
Oh.
so mark the injury down.
I thought I said it could be.
Well, how does the interrupt? When you cut in to take control of the match for yourself, spend and narrate the interruption, you gain control of the match and continue with the next sequence.
It doesn't cancel the previous attack. It
Yeah,
just
the roll
puts you
still
in.
happened, so the injury is still going to happen. Which is,
But it's not necessarily to me, though.
No, it's going to be. He can name it. It's
yeah,
on his choice.
Yeah, it's
he's
to
in
you.
control.
Oh,
but
oh.
rather
I'm
than
saying
letting
it
him
will
continue
probably-
into the next sequence, you'd be like, okay, this is enough. I'm taking over
Okay,
now.
all right. All right. I'll
Are you interrupt? Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm
interrupting the
interrupted.
match. So Darkstone's now in control.
All right.
So
so-
the chair comes down on your neck. You've lost your chest piece armor, and some of your other armor's been torn away.
So he's gonna get the chair
Miss
again.
Tickle is still.
He's
slowly
setting up for
reeling away.
a big overhead chair shot.
Yep.
All of a sudden, the chair disappears out of his hands and appears in my hands.
Oh my gosh.
Shot to the gut, doubles him over across the back, wail on him with the chair until the chair is just bent horribly out of shape. Then I snap my fingers and the chair is pristine once again.
Oh, ready to use again. What an amazing feat, and yet Miss Tickle's still in 2 pieces.
Oh no, we're getting to that.
Roll look, because that was very unique to your character.
I got an 8.
You know, Andy, when they said it was going to be a
Natural?
magical
An 8
night,
plus
that
your
wasn't
luck
what
stat,
I had in
which is
mind.
2, so that brings it up to a 10.
10.
So you hit great. You'll retain control, and you'll get 2 momentum off of
So now with Zig down, now I'm going to collect the pieces of Miss Tickle, put her back together, and let her out of the box
that. Okay, so work
so
the
that-
audience.
so that she can interfere for me later. And I'm going to leave the illusion, the box, by ringside because that will factor into the finish.
Yes. And Darkstone is finally showing some kind of humanity, reassembling Ms. Tickle here in front of this pernicious audience.
And the crowd, though pernicious, loving the illusion that he's performed, and of course applauds.
Oh,
You can't deny the magic in the air this evening.
No, you can feel it in the air tonight. Hold
So-
on, there's more match coming.
And what's the wrestling move in the sequence as it leads up? I mean, you guys got to eventually move your way into wrapping this up.
But we just started.
I know you're still started. So what's the next role going to be into as you put Miss Tickle
Well,
back together?
are we ready? Are we ready for the finish here?
No, I'm just saying. What do you want your next move to be?
Can I go to the finish straight away? Can we
You
make
can try.
this short?
He might interrupt you.
So
You can. I mean, if you want to say that we're cutting right to the end, I can announce then who has been booked to win, or we can.
All right,
keep playing
I'm
this
gonna-
out.
I'm gonna-
All you've
so-
done is in the opening bit, you've put your valet back together, your assistant back together, and you're neither of you are actually in the ring. Yeah, you've just been bashing each other with chairs.
Now,
can I take the chair that I've now magically made pristine again and just bend it into a hunk of metal over his back again?
Yeah, well, yes, you're in control. You can.
All right. So I'm gonna go to town
You do
on
what you want
and
up until you make a roll.
I'm gonna go in
and if
town
Anthony doesn't
on
like
you.
that, he can use his momentum to interrupt the move.
So do I roll to beat him with a steel chair again?
Yes.
Yeah, so you are rolling your work.
So that's 8
What are these high rolls today?
plus
Very high rolls on the whole
Oh no,
thing.
-1. So that's a 7.
So it's a 7. So at a 7, you're still in control. You hit pretty well. You can keep control into the next sequence, or you can take the momentum and give Zig control.
I'll take the momentum.
Control passes back. to
So
you,
control passes back to Zig.
all right. So after I've been hit. So like I'm I'm squabbling down to the ring.
Multiple times. I bent the chair. I
hurt.
mangled it.
It hurt a lot.
I then repaired it with magic and then remangled it on your body.
That was still my primal brain could not understand what was going on there. But that was pretty crazy. But as I've been hit a lot of times, I get up, I start going down to the ring, and then the crowd is just like, oh, look at that, Darkstone is like, yes, look at this, isn't it great? Everyone's clapping. I stand there.
Wait, can I interrupt him? Even though I ceded control, can I interrupt him again?
Yes. I mean,
play to the
you
crowd?
have the momentum, but you can also spend momentum to interrupt.
To interrupt
Well,
an interruption.
he can still get the move that he wants to roll for, and then you can immediately interrupt so he doesn't keep control.
so I wanna-
He keeps going
I wanna
forward.
play to
Usually
the
you can't
crowd.
interrupt and interrupt, but you can keep using that to keep.
I want to play to
You
the
in
crowd
control.
now that I'm in control finally.
Oh shit.
That's a 7 plus. That would be my look?
If are you working the audience,
Yeah.
or are you actually doing a wrestling
No, I'm working the
move?
audience.
So then that's your audience.
Okay, so that's a 7 plus 2 is a 9.
So at a 9, you. I have too many pieces of paper going all over as I've been trying to
Sorry.
read this other stuff. There you go. Work the audience. At a 9, you can gain 1 momentum,
Okay.
or take control of the match, which you've already done. So you
So yeah,
get
I
this momentum back.
And I've now
Do you
back
want to
in control.
interrupt and take the control back?
I
from
want to
him?
interrupt, yes. I want to. I
So
have a-
he's working the audience.
cool. I
He's
just
like,
wanted
he's
to
not taking
bow.
it seriously.
Like, I just wanted to bow to
this
the
is supposed
audience.
to be a fight for,
He's bowing
your
to the
dignity here.
audience. As he's bowing, like walking down, waving everybody. I'm by the apron, one knee down. He goes to get me. I pull out a kendo stick from underneath the ring and I just slam it right at the side of his face.
Okay.
can I interrupt that?
Well, you've
He
got
has to roll for it
You've
first.
all got the momentum, but he rolled.
Okay.
He used his interrupt to get control, so he'll get the roll. And depending on that roll, if he keeps control, you can then interrupt.
Can I
his
turn
control.
as the kendo stick hits the side of my face? Can I turn it into doves?
No. No, I want. If you could explain to me how that would be done.
Plus,
It's a
what am I
rigged
adding
cave.
this?
You're real.
Am I real? Okay, so 6,
Stuff
7.
with doves.
7 on a 7, you again it's the same deal. You can lose control and gain momentum, or you just retain control and go into the next sequence.
I want to retain control.
Okay, now do you want to have it actually as another rigged magic stick that turns into doves?
I think it'd be more entertaining that way.
Okay, so you spend your momentum.
So now I roll for that. So that's 9 plus look is 2, so 11.
Oh my god.
Oh no, so no, yeah, 9 plus 11.
These rolls are everyone keeps rolling 6s, like naturally, all game.
I'm very good
The
at
best is
rolling.
that nobody's actually done any real wrestling moves.
Yeah.
It's
So this is just going back and forth, and the other 2 players, you always have the opportunity to run in and interrupt if things are that's the I'm bored move.
Yeah.
I can take it home. I know the finish.
Yeah. So let's move towards that. You have been booked to win Darkstone.
Okay.
And you can now work to put him over Zig, even though he's your deepest, darkest rival.
Well, so
Yeah.
if he wants to take control again for a while, the finish will be I will put you in the box, cut you in half, then take only your upper half, roll it back into the ring, and then pin you, and you can't kick out because
you
your
don't have
legs
legs.
are on the outside of the ring.
That's a great bit.
That is really good. I like that. That's fun.
So first you got to get Tickle out of the box.
I already did that.
Yeah.
Okay,
he
she's
already
out.
He's already
And so we can start working towards that. So you rolled. So that was that 11 that you rolled. Another look, which is currently
That is
sitting
all.
at 2.
That's all. Look, I have no work
So
Yeah.
it just keeps moving forward as we're moving towards that. And are we heading towards our finishing?
I
as
feel
we-
like we'll need to head towards.
You can do some more of your hardcore stuff before that.
I feel. You know what? I feel like if this is going to, I would like to beat you up a little bit more. Maybe
I'm
like.
good with that.
Yeah, there you go. So so I hit you in the side, and it connects, right? It
Yeah.
connects to the face.
Well, you
Okay.
you have to get another kendo stick and then you hit me with that one.
that one
Yes,
turned
I
into
have
doves.
2. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Good
that
one.
way, one of them has.
that was the rigged one that he
eventually.
planted, and now you found the real one that you planted.
Exactly. And so I pick up a second one from underneath the ring, and I start wailing 2 at the same time, like side, ba 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 ba,
Like
ba,
drumsticks.
Ba, ba, ba. Yes. Right on them.
And you want to roll for another violence for real?
Roll for violence. 7, 6.
What's your real?
8.
Yeah.
8.
8. And do you want to blow some momentum? Does one of the announcers want to push this
Yeah,
up?
I think we should get this going.
Yeah.
Oh, he is just going to town on Darkstone. This is some kind of you call it taiko drumming. I don't know what you'd call it.
Clearly, he's a drummer because he's keeping the beats on Darkstone.
And you gain 1 audience for getting that up into a 10 plus.
Nice.
And you can then pick one from this list. You either get more momentum or someone in the match gets injured.
I want to do the injury.
I've already been injured once. you
Yep.
son of a bitch.
Exactly. It'll make the next match even.
What a brutal move against Darkstone. Do you think he'll be able to pull a rabbit out of a hat on this one?
I'm more worried about what condition he'll be in for later tonight.
Keep in mind, this is just the first card tonight.
I
people.
can't believe we're throwing a main event like this in the first match of the night, but that's typical TWF. Not here at CBW. We keep the main event the main event.
As I finish off,
So with an injury, Darkstone, you roll with luck going forward because you're having to favor
all I've
the
been
injuries
rolling.
you've got, which is fine for you because if you roll with other things like power and work, you could take another injury because you're working through your injury, or on a botch, the ref can just call the match because you're too injured to continue.
There'll be no actual work. Don't worry.
so one of the kendo sticks breaks. I believe it's
On my head.
on your head. Yes, bleeding. I drag you.
So the match is now in black and white, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I pull you up from your head, bleeding, screaming at you, telling you like, this will
Crimson
be
mask!
the proverbial crimson mask. I throw him into the ring, and I have the other. You said one of the kendo sticks turns into a dove.
It turned into a series of doves that flew away.
Okay, all right.
They're gone. They've flown away.
They're gone. Oh, so okay, it's already
You
been.
cannot use my doves.
It's already happened. All right.
Wait. No, one dove is left, which I then pick up and I use to wipe the blood off my face.
No, they
and
fly
then
away.
the
They fly
bloody
away.
dove, the final bloody
blood
dove
dove.
flies away.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, so we're working now towards the finisher,
Yes.
and you're still in control, Zig.
Yes.
So how do you set this up now? As you've beaten him bloody, the doves are flying away, and we know where we're ending.
Okay, all right. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. The doves start like flying and are like flapping around me. And I'm trying to like, get out of here, get out of here. Well, a couple of them grab me by like my back, their talons in my back. I'm bleeding. Hardcore match. And
No
they're
disqualification.
flying-
Yeah.
Exactly. And they're flying towards the
box.
The box.
And they drop you in
They
the
drop
box.
me in the box.
Miss Tickle shuts the lid.
Yes.
We lock it.
Yes.
You can't move.
See, this is the thing that couldn't have been done in the old TFW. This is the war chest with CB dubs. All these effects that they're doing and pulling off all these magic tricks is something that couldn't have been done on a shoestring budget.
Oh lordy, can you see what's going on with
I
these
get out the
doves?
saw.
I can't. There's too many doves.
I get out the saw you in half. Open only the top of the box.
Okay, here, roll the finisher. We're gonna see how well if this works out. Of course it fucking does. You
It's
roll
a 9 plus
that
my
one has
look.
been rolling nothing but 6s all night.
I know.
Yay.
Loaded die.
And I didn't bring it. So it's 11 with my look.
So with an 11, it's like what an interesting thing. If you got between a 7 and 9, they obviously stall for your hit to work. Is how it works. On a clean finish, you can choose whether you or your opponent gains an audience.
I want me to gain an audience because I'm me.
So then so your audience is going to go from 2 to 3. And you already got the audience boost, so you're at a 2 now, right?
Yeah.
You're sitting at a 2, and you're going to get another one for having the heat, which
Yeah.
is going to bring you up to 3 when this is done. So
Sweet.
we're heading to the finish.
Yeah, so
You
I
saw him in half.
unlock only the top half, and I take his waist up torso. The legs are still locked in the separate box, as I've separated the two boxes, and I roll just his torso into the ring. I cover just his torso. His legs are violently trying to kick out, but his legs are several feet away on the outside of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
And there's your winner.
Still champion.
And-
Dark Star.
And like stagehands are coming and reassembling your body and
Yes,
putting
as
you
long
back
as
into
I'm
the box.
reassembled.
And
No, they're going to take him back in 2 pieces. That's happening backstage.
and
So to not reveal the trick.
Exactly.
You both ending with 4 heat still. This conflict has now been resolved in your humiliating defeat. You just can't compete with the clown. He doesn't play by your rules. He just doesn't play by
I
your
don't
rules.
even play by the rules of physics.
And so both of your heats are going to drop back down to 2, but you're all going to get another audience boost. Which brings,
With each other?
yeah, your heat with Zig and your heat with Darkstone drop down to 2 as that conflict has now been resolved. You can build the heat back up with future promos if you feel like you got to get back in there.
Yeah.
Your audience
Oh, we're gonna
went
team up soon.
from 3 up to 4 with that, so you'll mark an advance. And your audience is at a 3 now.
Yeah.
And if any one audience goes up to 4, David, you'll drop down to 3 because you can only ever have one player at a time as like the 4 staying. So that match wraps up.
Later on,
And
we'll
we
team
cut to
back
a
up
promo
to take
vid.
on the new promotion.
Cut to a promo vid
Money in
with,
that reunion.
There you go.
with Hail to the Chief playing, but it's all like a silhouette, and it's not like a mysterious reveal that's going to be happening, and you hear Meg American's voice speaking.
Oh, you know something, brother.
But as he's talking, the Star Spangled Banner is being pulled away, and it's just showing a globe in the background and a silhouette of a body not yet standing into the light, but just a new champion arrives for the new order. And does anyone want to react to that before I announce what the next booking is going to be?
So basically, it sounds like Meg America.
Meg America.
We can't see him; it's his
We
shadow.
haven't seen him yet. No one has seen him tonight.
But the
he hasn't been seen
American
for the
flag
last 3 weeks.
disappears, and it's now a global thing.
Yeah.
So
Not like the UN flag.
it certainly appears that Meg America may be going global.
And it certainly appears like he's buying in with the new company. And
Prick.
I'm gonna wait.
Sellout.
I'm gonna wait till he comes out before I interrupt. and give
there's an
promo.
interview with you. If someone catches you in a like backstage hallway,
Yeah.
one of the interviewers calls up. It's like,
Please
you
welcome
know
my
what's
guest at
going
this
on?
time.
Where's Meg American? Why isn't he showing up? What was that video all about? And of course, you know nothing.
Yes. I know as much as you do, but I'll tell you this: if Meg America has left my promotion and jumped ship, well, he's gonna have hell to pay.
And we have I had the Zig and Darkstone earlier. I had a singles match with Ken. This is going to be your last night,
Yes.
and you want to show it. We want you to just show it's going to be.
He's going to Craxton.
Just a sort of a straight match. You wanted to meet up with the champion, right? You wanted to have the dream match.
Yeah, I wanted to have the dream match against their legend.
So that's going to be coming up next. That actually, I'm going to bump that down. Does anyone want to take the mic? Or are we going to have...
I'll take the mic. I'll do it.
Okay, what would you like to do
Wait.
now as you've proven your superiority?
Now that I have proven who the better half of that team was, Janetti, I am going to prove who the real, undisputed champion of any promotion anywhere on this world or any plane of existence is, and that is the Amazing Darkstone.
Okay. The
Roll.
Amazing Darkstone.
Does he roll?
Yep, you're going to cut a promo for that.
5 plus, is that my look?
It's a promo is your look, yeah.
So plus 2 is 7.
It's 7. So you can make creative book you in a match. You can add a stipulation to a relevant match. You can gain momentum or heat with the subject of your promo.
So can I have heat with like non-player wrestlers?
Yeah, of course you can. You can
So-
build that up.
Do I want to change the stipulation of the champion versus champion match?
You could. You could make it a death match. You could.
We're gonna go to you in the locker room as you're getting ready for your final match of the night against this dream match against this unnamed champion.
It doesn't
of
matter
CBW.
who it is. I had a very good run in TWF, and I look forward to giving back to my fans, as well as the fans around the world, in my final match against whoever it may be. Just know that the nightmare never sleeps, never goes away, always lurking in the darkness, and I can always come back.
And I was gonna have a backstage. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave that as it is. There's gonna be an offer brought to you later, but we'll do that after the match.
I decided on my stipulation.
What's your stipulation?
Special guest referee for my champion versus champion match, Miss Tickle.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Stack in the deck.
So yeah, we're gonna move in here with this Ken match, right? We're all getting ready for him. Now, explain to me, is there any particular stipulations for the dream match?
Because this is this audience enjoys good wrestling, and I can do that. So
Well,
I'm
you
putting
could
on
back in the day.
back in the day, I used to be quite good. So let's see.
By those standards.
Give me their legend. Let's have a legend versus legend, and just a dream match that people would never thought was going to happen.
Yeah, and actually what they've done here is they've also stacked around the front of the ring with the audience. They've also got interspersed the other wrestlers from both promotions on either side, left side, right
Lumberjack
side. So you're all here present watching, these two legends duke it out. And
But you're at ringside still in two pieces. You're around the ring, but
No. We've moved on. But the this match is being sponsored by one of CB Dub's freemium iOS apps that are available now, and it's been projected onto the floor. Give me like a crappy Candy Crush Saga style game.
Julian, go. This is you, bud.
Yeah, Puzzle Burst Saga.
So Puzzle Burst Saga, and.
Shit, now we gotta make that.
Puzzle Burst. So this match is brought to you by Puzzle Burst Saga, and
Burst the puzzles.
and
Complete the saga.
Can you make your entrance first as you're coming down, and like your family's there on one side,
Yep.
and the new family's on the other side.
And I want to be
Yep.
standing in the middle of the ring
Yep.
as the
You're
acting
here-
commissioner.
You're here to announce the rules and to keep it clean and to thank him for his service.
Yep.
All begrudgingly.
Exactly.
I did, you were a kid growing up, I was your hero, and then you grew up to take over the company, and you didn't like me anymore, and we fought and fought and fought, but if this is my last match...
Exactly. And we've had some hard times, you and I. But if there's one thing I know, you put on a hell of a show. Let's keep it clean and keep it good and show them how we wrestle here at TWF.
And the crowd work the audience
Yeah.
there because
I'm work.
roll to work.
Well, that was garbage.
Oh, they should have.
Snake eyes.
They dumped all over your promo.
Yeah.
I should have rolled when I cut the promo backstage, I should have rolled, so...
Doesn't have any negative repercussions.
So
No, mine doesn't either.
the champion arrives and the lights come down and it's not Joey Crack.
It's not Joey
It's
Crack.
not Joey Crack.
And you recognize him, but he's not wearing his Star Spangled Banner. He's put down the crown.
Oh,
he's
no.
dressed.
Son of
He's
a
dressed
bitch.
corporate. He's dressed as Mr. Showstopper, Mr. Showtime.
Mr. Showtime?
And he's coming out now as there's it looks like one of those corporate training video global things coming in, and the plane comes and he's stepping down to I don't know, some just like Huey Lewis stuff, and as he's walking down, the show's just getting started as he's in front of this old school crowd that's here. It's a TFW crowd, Mega Americans heel turned into a new gimmick, as now he's bought into the new company, bought into the new suits, bought into the new money, and he's going to be representing them as their champion. And this is their way in. They're bringing in their own champion from the old champion. And you'll be up against Mr. Showtime.
There's nobody I hate more than this guy. I don't care what he's dressed like. I hate him.
Now you hate him even more.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
the Showstopper, a
Plus,
double
he
knee
also
face
stole your wife.
buster, is his is his finisher
What an
now.
ass. Oh.
So just that there. I actually just took another.
If you have the book, find Mr. Showstopper in the International
Mr.
Incident. And
Showtime,
look, that the
page
drawn
80.
picture looks like he's exploding from his crotch.
Yeah, he's been actually
It is not PG-13.
training
that
in the
finish.
background. He's been training around with their dojos. They've given him some new skills, and he's ready now.
Is he
to,
accompanied by anyone to the ring?
He's
No.
accompanied by himself, but he's got the CB Dub people on the other side, and they're all here supporting him. And
Is Joey Crack there?
Anka's there over by the announcers, and just looking quite pleased with herself as she's slowly acquiring the very best of the best.
All right.
And he will start in control, but I don't roll for NPWs. He'll come in and Would anyone here, just so I don't have three people just sitting, would anyone like to
Oh, is this my?
control the
Sorry,
NPW?
the top of the card. If I don't have that. Never mind.
No, he has that.
I'll control the NPW.
No, I have my my legend thing when I make my first
There's
appearance.
no rolls. You just
Okay.
sort of describe the action until it's time to then transition.
I should have
over.
rolled my legend thing when I make my first appearance. Roll audience, audience this. I'm gonna spend this.
Yeah.
To get to, I get to pick one of these. I will gain one audience.
Okay, and your audience goes up to 4.
4.
So yours is dropped down to 3.
You bastard!
Which is fine. They keep trading places.
Oh, and I'm gonna mark in advance. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So the match begins. We'll have Julian and Anthony are your announcers, unless you decide to do any run-ins, because both your characters are nearby.
That's true.
And this begins. This match begins. Ding, ding, ding. And we start with Mr. Showtime in control.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Now
gonna start
we're not
control?
going to worry about roles. You just can describe how he starts beating down on Ken in just straight good wrestling until you transition over him. But the only person who'll actually be rolling is the player that's in the game, which is Ken.
I would think Ken would start up in this match.
Okay, so you start with
I think
control.
Ken starts the up.
All right, we have an intense stare down, myself and my most hated opponent, Meg America, who is now Mr. Showtime. Stare down, a lot of looks on, like he's very proud of what he's done, and I'm just staring at him like, not only do I hate you, but you've defected to the other league. We have a big stare down. I go for a punch, he blocks it, he goes for a punch, I block it, and then we lock up. I take him into the corner. He reverses it. It's a lot of reversals. No one gets the upper hand.
Yep.
He kicks me in the crotch, and the referee just allows it.
Yeah.
Because exactly.
Because it's the referee
from
for
CBW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
the audience is really giving them
Yeah, they wear
what do
like
you
yellow
think so?
shirts. They're not even wearing the old they're not wearing stripes.
Everything about this is garbage.
It's actually got branded
Yeah.
logos on the side, like the
They're
referees
sponsored.
are
They're
sponsored.
sponsored.
And I won't take the bait. I won't hit back like that. I'm a gentleman. I finally realized that the refs are against me, and Mr. Showtime looks like he has the upper hand. I lock up with him, and then I get the advantage, and I just throw him into the corner, and I go for a big clothesline in the corner.
Okay.
Just a classical clothesline in the corner.
So do you want to do work or power?
I'm gonna go work. There's a work roll.
This has to be one of the most exciting pay-per-views we've ever seen out of this promotion.
Yeah, that is. Here's the move up.
Play the
Thank
momentum.
goodness I have a lot of momentum. So yes, I retain control and transition into the next sequence. So I get the clothesline off.
Vicious clothesline.
And this is like, as you keep spending that momentum, you're just going to start losing that fuel where you're eventually going to maybe have to lose control.
I
So-
know. But my
But
roll,
you still got 6
I still
momentum.
have 6 momentum. Do another cross corner, another clothesline in the corner, and then on the momentum coming out, I pick him up and slam him to the ground. So I'm going to do that again with work.
And Mr. Showtime goes down.
Nothing 10. That's a nice big slam.
Oh my god!
Wrestling gained 2 momentum.
Yep.
Did you
I just had
feel
surgery
that?
on my back. You son of a-
And now that he's on the ground, he's on the ground. I can't retain control. Okay, so then I'm gonna kick him while he's down, stomp on him some more.
You
and
really feel the hatred
Yep.
between these two fighters.
Some would say that it's completely fine.
I love it. And then I'm going for a not a pin, but a nice. Some variation of an arm submission. I know he's got what's his finisher? His finisher
His
now.
finisher for Mr. Showtime was
It's my crotch to your face.
Oh yeah, crushed your face off the top
It
rope.
was with the
now
2
he's all
knees.
high flying. You know what? I'll make it a leg submission. Take his legs out
It's
from under him.
the Sasha Banks double knees.
I'm gonna attack his work again. I'm gonna attack his legs. Big time. Okay. That's a 9.
Now, are you going? Are you working stiff or are you
Not
still
yet.
just doing
Not
work?
yet. I'm working up to working.
Yeah,
stiff.
yeah.
So
I
yes.
get to the ropes.
So you're going for his weapons. You're trying to
so
take them out. So he
taking his
doesn't
legs,
get
taking his legs out, and now that I'm doing that, now I'm gonna try and injure. Now I'm gonna work stiff.
Nightmare going into a crippling submission.
This
hold
is
there.
versus. This is
Feel the wrench.
working stiff with reel, and my reel is 0, so I don't get to add a bonus to this. That's a 7. I injure my opponent.
What are you, how are you doing? Are you like just excessive on the?
I'll do that leg drape on the bottom rope, jump up and land with my
Oh,
butt on
no,
his
no, no,
leg.
no.
Oh, legit injury to the opponent.
Mr. Showtime is showing signs of injury here.
It is not a good time.
Bear in mind, though, those knees have seen better days. I mean,
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
were not 100% to start this match.
And now I'm going to.
And okay, so the other thing here is when you work real stiff, you got that 10 plus.
Yep.
You get to pick 2 from the list. You injure your opponent loses audience, or the match ends in a no contest
No way.
and overrides the booking.
No way. Then he'll lose audience.
Okay.
Because I'm keeping this match going. There's
So the
no way.
audience is on your side.
Yeah, the audience is
they're
on it.
They're
Oh,
going
yeah.
nightmare.
Yep.
They're just
So fill him a little more, and I'm going to pick him up, Tree of Woe in the corner, lock him in, and just start working the knee. And I'm going to run back to the other corner and charge in like a stinger splash just on his knee. This might be stiff, but I think I'm just going to go work.
And Norton just going to work on his knees.
Spend a little
chopping
momentum to
down
get
that
that to the
tree.
next.
Or would you like to have maybe one of the announcers can put you over?
Oh yeah, would
that
anyone
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to put me over?
Oh yeah,
Because he botched it.
Yeah,
he botched it.
yeah, we'll
But
totally
you're
put you
still
over.
you're gonna spin it in his favor.
I won.
Didn't get all of that knee, but still, it's gotta hurt. His opponent does have a history of knee injuries, so you know whatever he does, it's going to hurt.
Might as well say he's going to be limping for the rest of this match, I'm sure.
Oh, he has to be.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to go for my finish.
Okay.
So my finishing move. Am I booked to win?
Yes.
Okay, so when I'm booked to win a match, roll a 2d6. On a 10 plus, I hit my finisher clean. On a 7 and 9, they make me work
Yeah,
for it.
and the only thing you add to this roll is your momentum,
Yeah, that's fine.
which you've built up more than enough.
I will have to add my
Oh
momentum.
my god, did you just roll 4?
No, 5.
Oh, you rolled 5.
So how much do I have to roll to make it? What do I have to spend in momentum?
So you have to spend, if you want to bring it up to a clean finish,
Yeah.
you'll have to spend 5.
No prob. There's 5. Clean finish. Choose whether you or your opponent gains one audience. I do, but I can't. He doesn't gain audience.
Are you going for the pin now?
My finish is a sleeper.
So you start putting Mr. Showtime
All right.
to
And
sleep.
it looks like the nightmare is coming
Wait,
in
wait.
to put him
Sweet
to sleep.
dreams.
But is the ref? I thought it was a rigged ref.
Well, I mean, the ref was turning the other way, but it's still.
I have not cheated.
Yeah,
I would like to interrupt.
it's the battle of the hills.
Oh,
So you're already standing ringside because I have everyone else sort of with the audience. So you want to hop the fence?
I want to hop the fence with one of the kendo sticks, and I want to run in.
I drop him. I'm like, oh no, what's happening?
Well, here, what's the interrupt?
The interrupt is while
You're doing your
while the
run-in.
sleeper's happening, I want to hit the nightmare in the back to break it.
So you're rolling for your heat against Nightmare.
Yes.
Okay.
4,
9.
6,
Oh,
9
9.
plus
Or 10.
eight.
Sorry, that's 10.
He was
Yep.
yeah, that's 10.
It's
12.
a hot angle.
2, yeah.
You will both get heat with each other, and then you, not me or the creative or Ken, Zig, you can pick one from this list. You attack them in the ring, resulting in their opponent getting DQ'd. They win the match. Your interference doesn't change the
Terrible
result
finish.
of the match, but creative books the two of you in a match later in this episode. Or your interference doesn't change the result of the match, but their opponent comes after you for interfering in their business.
Oh, I want Mr. Showtime to win.
Can I intervene in the intervening?
So if you want to attack, so you come in to...
Can I make the save?
If you want to come in and you just want to interfere with Mr. Showtime and you want to start wailing on him, they'll disqualify and declare Showtime the winner.
That would be such a no old guy would want to win that way.
Not in a retirement match.
Not in a retirement match.
Yeah. I want to do that.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's better. I'm not.
And hold the phone. Here comes Zig in with a kendo stick. Oh, this is just not appropriate for a match of legends of this caliber.
This is a retirement match, for God's sakes.
So what, you crack him with the kendo stick?
I crack him with the kendo stick.
And then I, ding, 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 I lose.
Here is
Yes.
your winner by
Yes.
disqualification,
and
You.
Mr. Showtime.
Yeah,
that's
what are
not
you
all.
doing? This was my moment.
This was my moment.
it was. And,
And
I
then are you
rip
taking
off
the match?
And I have joined the other team, and I want to roll on a look.
So yeah, that is you're definitely grabbing the mic.
I had my chance here, and you all can't even see. You chose a clown. You chose a magician.
We
as
were
your
going to team up
champion.
against them, reform the tag team. You're leaving money on the table.
It's your money.
you're all
I can
yelling
make
from the
my
side of the
own
ring.
money, and I am going to go
Roll
for
look.
it. And I join 5, 4,
9.
9. Thank you.
So you can make creative booking in a match, you can gain momentum, or you can get heat with Ken.
I want to get heat with Ken.
So does that bring your heat up to 4?
3.
3? Because you also got heat for the run-in.
That's true. Oh, so yeah, then 4.
So then,
But
you
it
now
doesn't make sense though. If he's retired, then wouldn't.
Oh,
He's
the
not
point is,
anymore.
You're building up the heat. It's in the confines of this one episode. Now you've gained heat with Ken. You're now gaining audience because the match ends with your heat at 4.
Yes.
And you also get heat with Ken. With,
Yeah, but
with
because
Zig
he
once.
hit audience 4, I go down to 3.
You go down to 3, and so you now get to mark in advance.
Ooh.
For just the audience goes insane.
Yeah.
Over this,
so-
they're like they don't know who to root for anymore.
Mark in advance here, you've got one.
Oh, okay.
And so now you're up at
So is
4.
it now the
I'm
two
at
of them
4.
later on? Right
So
before-
now you've got 2 defections. You've got Zig Rules and now the new Mr. Showtime have both defected to CP Dub.
Yes,
and
yes.
you're losing people on your boat, boss. What is even happening?
So that's that event, and then we got our main event coming
So
up.
we got our main event coming up, but we're gonna do some backstage segments
Yeah.
as this is going on. It's an interview with. I guess we're going back to the boss. This is your night.
I want it to be a promo, not a promo, just a backstage altercation
Yeah.
between me and Zig.
Okay.
That's what I want.
All right.
That'd
So
be good.
where backstage is this happening? Just in the halls, in the locker room, boiler room?
It's in the bathroom.
No, in the locker room. I like that. Yeah, it's just locker room frenzy.
He's taking off his new shirt, the
Yeah.
CP Dub.
And you're in there. You're in the locker room. It's just like reveling in your victory or your 8 in the DQ.
Yeah.
And I storm in. What in the hell is the meaning of this?
You know exactly what this is, old man.
I gave you everything. You were nobody when you came here, and now you turn on me?
I'm gonna be something even bigger than you even dreamed. You can barely set this entire place to a standard. You almost had that man killed 2 years ago. And now you expect me to stay in this place? You gotta realize, man. And with the power of this new ISO app that's on my phone, I can do anything.
Puzzle burst saga!
And then you take a drink of Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
With this defection, I'm gonna settle it personally tonight. In the main event, we're changing it up. You want to fight for CBW so much, you'll fight with them.
So
Bring it on.
is this turning into a tag team now between the Dubs and the TFW champions?
Yes.
Who do you want to team up in the rail, or is this just everyone from TFW? We're doing like what is it called? The
It's gonna be a free for all. Like it's gonna be a free for all
Like
brawl.
a 10 on 10?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be in it.
War
Everyone's
games!
Gonna be in
War
it.
games!
Oh.
okay.
War
Yeah.
games.
More games.
War games. We're gonna do that. So yeah, so we're gonna settle this tonight, Zig, and we'll show to you just what a small man you really are.
So while there's now going to be just a non-player wrestling match that's going on between Joey Crack and one of the other TFW people. Maybe we can even bring back one of who is the One Man Revolution. Nate's old
yeah, that
right?
guy, yeah.
So One Man Revolution versus Joey Crack, who's like this anarchist. So the two of them are just like perfect against each other, just two like indie style wrestling, and they're just beating each other up. And while this is happening, there's a backstage offer that comes to you, Ken, from CBW. This is off camera, and Anka and the CBW silent investors, they respect the work that you've done for the business. They respect that you're ready to retire, and that this is maybe your last time in front of the camera. But they want to offer you a position in one of their new American dojos that they want to open up to train the next generation of wrestlers for the CBW.
They're
And so
offering me a
they're
job.
offering you to be like the
run the-
grandmaster of the dojo.
To run the performance center.
And put you in control there. It wouldn't be a creative or financial position. You would be involved in the physical training of the next young ones that are going to take over the tradition.
Ooh, that's a good setup for the
all
retirement.
But all you got to do is sign the dotted line and play the cards CBW wants you to do, and fully endorse the new.
Well, I mean, my whole thing was I was trying to put him over, and he's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I want to? If it, as long as I'll say this, I'd do it as long as it's not public knowledge.
Well, because this is the whole, like, this show is designed where they're coming in as the heels, but they're leaving as the heroes, as they're absorbing TFW, and then, you know, the legitimacy of you there, and then all they got to do, Lex, is turn the boss.
That's not a bad plan, but plus it allows me a position to, on camera, still mess with you and the former Mr. America, and behind the scenes still help you, groom you for the next thing. And take money out of your pocket.
Yeah, because this is just the new
Not my
reality.
money.
This is just the new reality happening.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you know what? Yes. You know what? I need a gig, and maybe one that doesn't require me to be in the ring.
announcement
Those
will be
alimony
made-
payments
At the
are
very
mounting.
end of the
It'll
show.
be made after the war show. At the end, when it's done, there'll be sort of a little ceremony held to honor your work and the dojo. Unless
Am I
someone
the
else
only one here with
botches.
any loyalty at all?
It's been well established that we don't like each other.
So, we still have another hour to go. Although we can just cut down to the final.
Well,
war.
I
We'll
still,
have time
I
for the
still.
debrief.
There's the 10-man versus that Zig is in. There's the 10-man versus 10-man. Winning team gets CEO rights.
Yeah, that's the final. That's
And then
the
there's
top of the
my
card.
champion versus
championship,
champion.
that should
Champion
happen
versus champion.
now.
That should happen now. So now we get ready for the champion, which means sucks to be you. You're doing 2 matches in a row.
I better be getting paid extra.
This is going to be
You got
exhausting.
2 injuries too.
I do.
You're working with injuries from the previous hardcore match, which means you might not be allowed to participate in the 10-on-10 unless.
Oh,
you
I assumed
wanna
I was
break
not
kayfabe.
participating in the 10-on-10. I've already wrestled because I have my champion versus champion. Am I doing 3 matches?
This is why I was rolling into.
Workhorse.
Let's just go straight to the
3
end.
matches?
Let's push the championship to next week.
No, that's pay per view. I say leave me out of the 10-on-10 and give me my 1-on-1
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
champion
do.
versus champion.
We do the 1-on-1, and the champion. We already had Ken up against Mr. Showtime, but I guess who do you want to call out? Who's the champion at CB Dub? Do we want to bring in
Is it
a
Joey
new
Crack?
person? Do we want to bring a Joey? Well, I
Who-
just had Joey Crack up against.
Who is the champion?
Should I bring in from these NPCs?
Well, we got the new ones here. Oh, Grim Gallows. Why don't we do
Yeah,
Grim Gallows?
Grim Gallows.
Oh yeah,
the
weird
emo kid.
emo kid versus magician
There you go. We introduced him.
He's very like
in a House of Horrors match.
Oh God, the winners.
No. I rolled the stipulation. He's not getting that. I'm not gonna be trapped under a fridge.
what's the stipulation for
Oh yeah,
the match?
the
with
ref. The
Grim
ref
Gallows?
is Miss Tickle.
Is Miss Tickles.
Yep. Not tickles. Miss Tickle.
Miss Tickles.
Mystical.
Mystical.
Yeah.
She's mystical.
MISS.
So we'll have we'll put who wants to be the announcer for this match?
Oh, keep it up. No, you want to go back and forth on this?
Yeah, sure, man.
And Zig, would you like to take the role of the non-player wrestler in
Yeah,
the role
sure.
of Grim Gallows?
Yeah, I'll be Grim Gallows.
Settling
And-
the feud virtually.
The next planned segment is a final interview with the boss, as we then lead into the troops for the war game, which will determine the future of the TFW. It's really hot in this room.
It is.
I'm gonna crack open this
It's
door.
a mare. Now, what's the boss's name again? It's Jack.
Jack Donovan.
We're here backstage with Jack Donovan. Jack, the livelihood of your company on the line in this match tonight.
That's correct. It's been a trying week for us here, but I still believe in my team. I believe in this organization, and I know we will come out on top.
But it looks like you've taken some heavy casualties, the defection of Meg American, and it looks like Zig Rules.
Well, we all knew Meg American was far past his prime, and I'd say we're good riddance for not having him around. But Zig, I take that personally. I took that boy in, gave him a chance, and he turned his back on me, and it's personal now.
And now it looks like the retirement of the Nightmare at the hands of CBW, but due to the interference of Zig Rules.
Now, Ken and I, we never really saw eye to eye over many years, but no one deserves to go out with a disqualification like that, even someone as haggard and past his prime as Ken Norton.
Just still taking personal shots to the end, I see. Have you assembled your team?
Take some heat there with Ken. Just add heat to
Yes,
that.
thank you. And you have assembled your 5-man team. Can you tell us who's on that team?
Yeah, so we've got going into it myself. I'm going to be joining in because I feel like you want something done right, do it yourself. We're bringing in. I need some.
Well, we had the architect.
Yeah,
that was from TFW.
Yeah, we'll bring in the architect.
And we've got Ken. Makes 2.
And
that's up to 3.
And in an attempt to redeem himself, I am bringing the Nightmare back into this final man match.
And we need one
We're
more
gonna look after
guy.
him.
Here we go.
Am I doing triple duty?
What do I have?
Aren't you in that match?
No.
Oh, do you remember Golden Boy B. Arthur?
I just took a picture of it. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
The Golden Boy B.
Golden
Arthur.
Boy B. Arthur.
I can do triple duty if you need me to. Although I do have 2 injuries.
We've got B. Arthur. He's flying in
Wait,
right
wait.
now. He's
No,
on the
Give
book-
her a story though.
Book me to be in it, and then I might, and
Yeah.
then I'm not in it because I'm injured, but then I'll show up at the very end.
Yeah. It'll be an asymmetric team
Like-
until.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
show up
Unfortunately,
like with
we've
the
got we
IV
got
still
some
in my
injuries. It doesn't
arm,
look like
returned from the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. So say I'm gonna book
In
you
a gown.
anyways. And I know he took some injuries earlier, but we're gonna bring in Darkstone because I need my best people, and he's one of the best I got.
I mean, Darkstone. That's 3 matches in one night. Is anybody even able to pull that off?
I can go 3 times in one night. You
can.
asked anyone.
You better
the
ask
ladies.
Miss Tickle.
So there's your team. We got the architect. We got Ken. We got Golden Boy B. Arthur, Darkstone, and the boss himself, leading in the troops against
Zig.
Showstopper, Zig, Grim Gallows, Joey Crack. And is that 4? Is that 5?
Well, and you'd want the
thought Joey
Mega
Craig-
Americas.
Yeah, the new Mega America.
Yeah, that's Showstopper or
yeah,
Showtime, Mr. Showtime, and Anka, of course, being pulled in as well.
Anka
Anka being pulled in. Where's International? I'll throw him another guy. I'll just randomly open one up and I'll throw him another guy.
She should manage.
Something.
Yeah, what is this? Lucha Libre? It's,
Oh, right, Professor Otomo. I got
Professor
that.
Otomo.
Yeah. He's gonna be joining the group.
The headmaster of heavyweights, the maestro of musculature, the atomic academic, Professor Otomo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay,
Perfect.
cool. So there's our team for the next one. But first, he called it out. He's asked for it. Before we can get to settling the score, we have to settle his score. It will be
Can I change my stipulation?
yes.
I want it to be a sawing your opponent in half match. The only way to win is to lock your opponent in the box and
We've
saw
already-
them in half.
We've already done that tonight. Do we want to do the same gimmick again in the same night?
No.
Yeah, so that's been vetoed.
Veto?
He should lose a momentum for that.
Who did we put you up against? We're putting you up against Joey.
No, against Grim Gallows.
Oh, Grim Gallows, of course. So
Gallows match. You win your match by actually putting your opponent's head in a noose that's hanging and actually hanging them in the ring until they pass out.
Hold on there, Big Boss Man.
that is a little that's just lynching. That's just
That's a straight up lynch, bro.
Why don't we just,
Better than burying someone alive.
why don't we throw in a what was the other stipulations here that I had introduced?
Fine. We'll go with 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
You people are no fun.
Or do you
You
want to
tried to murder a man.
do a death match?
Yes, fun.
Or a death match, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hardcore. We'll go with
Are we
2 out of 3 falls.
are we turning the war game into the death match at
Yeah.
the end? It's like electric barbed wire explosive ropes.
Remember, RoboCop must show up at the end to make the save. It's not a wrestling match unless RoboCop shows up.
Okay, so we arrive here for the 2 out of 3 falls match as called for by Darkstone. Do you want to enter first?
Yeah, I'll enter first.
Okay, how are you entering this time? Because this is your second
I'm
time out
gonna
tonight.
take more cheap heat. I'm gonna take more cheap heat.
Cheap heat. So, well, you can only do that once an episode.
Oh, once an episode, okay.
So,
Not
so
once a
you can
match.
still work the audience on your way down, but
Okay.
but
Do I roll for that?
help describe like what are you doing, and then we can roll into how you.
So I'm all
Or
bandaged
showing
up
off.
from my original match. I'm accompanied by Miss Tickle.
Who's now wearing the yellow ref jersey?
No. We're doing 2 out of 3 falls, I thought.
Oh, of course. So she's not the guest ref.
No, because then that makes me a heel.
Okay.
Yeah. So as much as I want to win, she'll still be by ringside.
Yeah.
And I'm just limping out to the ring because I'm injured.
Yeah. She's actually holding you. make it real. Look like what are they doing?
I've been through a war already.
Why are they putting this man back in the ring? Do they want him to die?
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure that your star player isn't going to be.
Just
in
speaking
prime
to the
position in
lack
final.
of credibility over at TWF, putting this man through yet another round of horrors.
And if memory serves, he'll be in the third match later tonight.
What are they even thinking over there?
Why would you even bother with this goon of a magician as your champion?
So
Hurtful?
a little on the nose. And then Grim Gallows arrives, and it's
Oh god, it's sad.
it's so sad.
Depeche Mode.
It's Depeche Mode.
It's
Yeah,
emo.
all the promo reels
That's
are
his
like
finishing.
The
all-
Depeche Mode.
all the promo vignettes that are playing on the screen are like vignette with the black and white and the looking through
These
a
are
pinhole.
mine.
He is
camera.
actually, like, the entrance is shot in black and white.
It's a German art house film.
Yeah, he comes
These
out
are
and he's
my
actually got makeup like from the
experimental
Night of the Living Dead
films.
Live that makes him look like he's a black
Yep.
and white character.
It looks two-dimensional,
And
grayscale.
Yeah, totally grayscale.
He's coming out and he's being led in like in this mournful walk as all this music is just the lights are just faded out. Everything washes out in the gray, and it's just sort of sucks all the joy that magic was just playing as you were coming in.
Yep.
And
So can I start?
so
quickly
you're
with
waiting
him?
in the ring when he arrives. And
I'm gonna not even wait for the bell. I'm gonna grab the noose he wears around his neck, and swing, turn around into a neck breaker using the noose right away.
And immediately in like the first second, it's the first fall already. So you only got to get one more and the match is over.
Okay, all right. Do I need to roll for
And
that?
so roll work. You're not doing your finishing for that.
Well, this match is off to an accelerated
it's a
start.
9, and my work is a -1, so it's an 8.
So it's an 8. So that's okay. It still passes on a 8. You retain control into the next sequence. You don't need the momentum. So the next sequence does have Gallows getting a fall on you.
Okay.
And then you've been booked to win the match. So you can sequence into that, but we can make it interesting because this is again TFW making their mark on the CB dub before we go into the final war game.
I think.
I think-
when
And
he
you
finds
want to go
out-
and you want to go for a quick finish because you can't. You've already got the injuries and you can't be doing that into the final match. So it's the quickest you can get this done.
Grim Gallows rolls out of the ring to cry that he lost, and then he goes out into the area where all the fans are, and then he starts crying and then weeping his eyes. And
That's gotta be how it's
drying
done.
them.
That's how it'll be
Drying
finished.
them, drying them with his
So
poems.
how does Gallows get the
Second fall
the second fall of the match?
Oh, he's taking the destroyer off the top.
Yeah.
He's taking the destroyer off the top.
That's how you're winning the match?
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
so-
the destroyer off
But
the top.
Gallows gets a fall,
So
too.
Gallows is going to get a fall before
before that.
So you're still in control to direct how that happens. So
Okay,
how does
so
Gallows
I follow
get
him out into
one
the
pin
crowd.
on you?
I follow him out into the crowd. He then takes off the noose, and so he rakes my eyes, takes off the noose, and he beats me for a while, and then he ties me to a pole in the audience, goes back in the ring, and gets a count-out victory for the second
Oh,
fall.
it's not even a proper fall.
Wow.
And you're able to free yourself before
He
anything else
doesn't even
happens.
smile.
This is the crowd is not having any of this. They came here for a night of wrestling, and this is just theatrics.
Luckily, I'm a
Gallows.
master of escape.
Grim Gallows and Darkstar against each other is magic fighting sadness, and no one wins.
And so you, the crowd's not having it. They're not enjoying what Grim is doing. They want to see you now, like take him out, and no more cheap hits. And it's time for you. You free yourself.
Yeah.
And the final sequence. So, it leads
So
into a
I
finish.
go back in, and I pummel him, and then I hit him with a series called the Six Amigos. So it is a series of 6 moves, so like a suplex, and then rolled, and then Falcon Arrow, and then rolled, and then Crossroads, and then rolled, and then a Twist of Fate, and then rolled again back up, and finally with the Nightmare on Helm Street. So now he's lying in the middle. I signal that I'm gonna go up. Can I
Roll
play to
for
the
your
crowd?
finish. Yeah, you can play to the crowd if you want to do that
Yeah.
first.
So that's a 2 and a 6, 8 plus my look is a 10.
And where did I have the general numbers? Working the audience. You got a 10?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you get 2 momentum. They're
Darkstone
they're
working the
digging it.
crowd before what looks to be an easy finish for this injured professional.
But I wasted time. So then when I go up, he cuts me off. He goes for a superplex, but we fight on the top, and then I counter, and over I go into top rope destroyer.
Okay. Roll your finish.
It's a 9.
Natural 9. Okay. And you can spend the momentum to bring it up to a 10 if you like.
Okay.
And then have your finisher on a 10 plus your finisher clean. Choose whether you or your opponent gains 1 audience. Do you want to gain that audience again and go back up to 4?
Sure, I like audiences.
Okay, so you were up at
And that goes down.
So you drop down to 3, and Darkstone is now at the 4 audience. You guys are all sitting at like the top. So regardless of how this night ends, like the ratings are through the roof.
Death from above. Darkstone takes the win handily.
This isn't gonna make Grim Gallows very happy.
That being said, I don't think anything makes Grim Gallows very happy.
Oh, right you are.
Yeah, he doesn't like as soon as it's gone, he just rolls off the ring, goes out into the crowd. And
I want to grab the mic.
standing there with like mascara dripping down his face.
Can I grab the mic?
He's really good at crying on command.
Boo.
You can grab the mic. Yep.
So
Anyone can grab when you do it. So you want to.
I have proved who the real champion is, and next we are going to prove what the real promotion in this world is.
Roll look.
It's a 7 plus 2 is 9.
So you can gain heat with the subject of a promotion, or gain momentum, or add a stipulation to the war game match. Because the other one is to make creative book you in a match, but there's only one left.
Can my stipulation involve RoboCop?
I don't know how. I don't know how that would work, but is there a stipulation in terms of a rule, or we've already got the CEO title is up for this? But do you maybe
Anka is going in a shark cage suspended above the ring.
So they'll all have to rescue.
She is in a no, just so she can't interfere or whatever. She's in a shark cage above the ring, and we can see up her skirt.
It happens.
Well, she's in a power suit. I already called that.
Oh, sorry.
And so all right, so you have you announce in your promo that you're going to prove that you're the right promotion because as the spotlight goes up, I have captured the leader of the CBW.
Whoa, no. Puff of smoke.
Oh, there
Puff
she
of
is.
smoke.
Puff of smoke.
And there's the cage suspended in the center of the arena, and she's been being held captive, and so there can be no interference. This will be a legitimate, clean fight for the future of the TFW and the CBW.
The audience seems to be hungry for this kind of excitement, but not half as hungry as those sharks up there.
Good Lord! How does he do it? He'll never tell us.
Magician's secret, Andy.
Oh, the worst kind of secret.
Do we want to cut backstage, or do we want to just have everyone else start to join him on stage? If we just go straight
Right
into
to it.
right into the war game. It's just like all of a sudden the music starts playing, the theme songs from both promotions as you're all coming down from either side.
I want to be the last one in.
And so
I'm already in the ring.
So you're already in the ring.
I'm already in the ring.
Miss
Tickle by ringside.
Miss Tickle by ringside, and coming out we've got Joey Crack and the Architect. They're moving down in tandem, and then the next procession involves the other Mr. Showtime and
What a prick! I hate that.
but then he's coming down. And you're going, oh, what a prick! But at the same time, is Golden Boy B. Arthur. He's coming down. And we're like, oh, he's got his fur coat out just like before, and the blonde hair, and now it's time for the player characters. As you who's we got the boss showing up last, but that means it'll be Ken.
Why don't I walk out with him?
Yeah.
Let's show our unity.
Show
So
him.
lights go down. You hear that first hit of Final Countdown. And lights come up, and it's both of us walking down.
This could be the T.
Begrudging.
Yeah.
Not begrudging.
I
It's
don't
like, this is
have
it. We're fighting for the company.
Are you holding hands and
Are
exchanging
you
long protein
wearing
strands?
Meg America's old crown?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
Amazing.
And I'm coming down in a white, like a white wrestling suit. So it's a suit, but it's with stretchy fabric. The kind that they give. And
Yeah, spandex tuxedos. Everyone knows about those.
Exactly. And yeah.
And so you've got an American tie.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So the with like an American flag pattern into it, and you come into the center. So we've got Ken, boss, architect, B. Arthur. Who is the other? And Darkstone.
But Darkstone isn't
He's
here
already
yet.
there. He's already
No, no, I'm in the ring. I
yeah,
did not get injured.
Yeah.
we transitioned directly in. So he
Yeah.
actually didn't get injured. So he made it into the final scene. But you still have 2 injuries. So you might not make it to the end.
I'm
of
still
the
coming
match.
back from the hospital. IV in the arm.
And we've got Showstopper, or Mr. Showtime. Showstopper's his finisher. Mr. Showtime with
Zig.
Zig's gonna come
Zig's
in as
coming
like
down.
the surprise come
No,
down.
no, no. Zig. You,
I challenged him, not
you
surprised,
told
yeah.
him he had to be in the match.
Yeah.
That was your stipulation.
Just for the audience, it's gonna be like a
Joey Crack.
Oh, those are backstage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what were the other 2 for the?
Mr.
Grim Gallows. And Grim Gallows is back. He's
Mr.
doing
Otama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Professor
Professor
Atomo.
Atomo.
Professor Atomo. Yeah.
Professor Atoma.
And a Grim Gallows who has just been murdered by
Still
me.
crying.
Grim's standing at the back. He doesn't even want to fight. He just wants to go home.
He's just not feeling it,
leaving.
guys.
And then he got some like
Supposed to sit in the dark and write his poems.
He's not feeling it.
and Anka screaming up in above the ring. Get me down from here.
So I'm gonna grab the mic now that we're all in, and give my final statement. It's like, well,
This would
is
have been
it.
a chance where you and Anka
Yeah.
would have been
Yeah, this is-
facing eye to eye, but
this
she
is
doesn't
it.
get a mic up there.
This is the match that decides it all, and I know how it's gonna end. We're gonna show you all that American wrestling is king, and we will never kowtow to these foreign investments. And I would ask Anka for a clever rebuttal, but she's a little tied up at the moment. So let's get this show on the road.
So roll your look.
Yeah.
I was the audience.
So I'm gonna offer here that you can get a stipulation.
10.
So you could throw in the stipulation here: the loser leaves town. So if you win, Anka is done and she
Yeah.
leaves, and we won't see her again.
Because you're already gonna
true.
win or become CEO.
Yeah, so no, I'm gonna double down. And I'm gonna make this even sweeter. Whoever wins tonight, loser leaves town forever.
And she'll be back in like a luchador mask or something, and be, like,
Yeah.
a hidden identity for next year, and then be revealed that was me all along.
Unca Luchadora.
So we enter into the final match of the night. We will start with the boss will be in control because he just had the mic, and this is going to work like a tag team rules. It's just with more people involved. There'll be a legal player on each side at any time, but then the other 4 are going to be around or in the ring, but they won't. There'll be be tapping in to see who's actually in the front.
Can I brawl on the outside with Zig?
And
Oh yeah. Can you? You should.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
we,
yeah.
well, actually, you tell me. How does this how does this war game rules work?
I
who
believe
doesn't know?
there should be a series of 9 rings all together,
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. That would be
each
too much
with
for
a
me.
series of concentric smaller steel cages inside.
Okay, so how should this 5-on-5?
I think
Elimination style.
I think elimination style or for first fall. Because
I
like
think elimination, because then
Yeah,
then it kind of brings that whole like one for all kind of mentality. Because
Yeah.
if it's just one thing,
Elimination, and then it can come down to the two of
You have to
you.
work
Yeah.
through like so as you pin
Yeah.
one of them, then the next one takes their place, and it
Yeah.
kind of goes in.
Yeah, and then it can go down to Ken and
it
Zig.
should go down to Ken and Zig.
Can they
wrap
tap
it all
out
together.
during?
Yeah, after
and
tonight?
tap
Tap outs
swap around?
count.
Yeah.
And,
So if you tap out, it's an elimination.
and well, I mean, can
Oh,
you
tag out. Yeah,
Can you
oh,
tag-
yeah.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can tag around.
Yeah.
Survivor Series style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Survivor
instead of
Series
just
style.
having
5 on
one
5.
partner, you got 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so boss, you're in control. Who's going to be the 2 legal players at the beginning?
We're gonna start. We're gonna start with. Actually, we're gonna start with these 2.
yeah,
Zig and Darkstone
Zig and
in the
Darkstone.
center, and the 4 of you are all around the ring.
Yeah.
Just watching
Yeah.
as the bell then rings.
Ding
Just-
ding ding. And I'm gonna pass control to get this start off on a dark note. I'm gonna pass it to Zig to get this heelishly.
Since every player is involved, I'm technically rolling as the announcer,
Yeah.
but I don't get the power to put over.
Yeah.
That's an ability that only players can have. So when everyone's involved, you don't get the announcer, which is fair enough
Yeah.
because you're all involved, so you all got extra rolls. So you've all got lots of momentum and heat, and we're going into the last bit with Zig starting in control.
All right, so I want to do like a walk around
I wanna scout around the ring. Obviously people are gonna be like, you sold out. So I'm just cherishing it in. I'm just like,
Have you taken cheap heat yet?
No, I haven't.
Take the cheap heat.
I will take that cheap heat with that beautiful.
Where are we again? St. Louis?
Yeah.
I won't say that St. Louis is the armpit of Missouri, but you can see it from here. Boo!
So do I need to roll or anything for
Not
the
for cheap heat. For cheap heat, it's just once per episode. You can just free.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
why
got
it's
it.
Your
called cheap.
town sucks for
Yeah.
free.
There you
And then
go.
later on, you can also continue to work the audience to
Perfect.
generate more
Perfect.
momentum.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm working the audience.
Missouri,
getting that cheap
aka
heat.
land of misery.
Yeah. And I'm about to go. I'm about to square up with Darkstone. But then I move back and I tag in somebody else.
And do you want to hand control over to the player and tag in?
Yeah, I'll hand control to another player.
So let's. That's your choice.
Yeah, I'll hand
pass it
control over to Nug, and then
Okay,
so the
so-
other player. Oh,
Ken, you don't have to be the one that's tagged in. You can describe that.
well, yeah,
Just-
he tags in another guy from their team.
yeah.
He tags in Professor Otomo.
Yeah.
'Cause we haven't seen Professor Otomo yet.
Yeah.
So he tags in Professor Otomo, who
Actually, can I get a roll for that look? Because I'm sure people would have hated that.
Oh yeah, sure. Tomo's got.
yeah, they
he
do.
wears goggles over, so you never see his eyes,
Yeah.
and he's in another kind of like those stretchy suits, but it's like a
Lab
more of a
coat?
lab
Yeah.
coat setup.
I got 9.
Okay, so on a 9 to work audience, you can
momentum.
gain momentum or take control of the match, but you're rescinding
I'll
control.
take
So you just
momentum.
take
Yeah.
it.
So Professor Otomo tags in. First thing he does is he looks Darkstar up and down, pulls a calculator out of his pocket, does a few calculations, nods, puts the calculator back in his pocket, and goes after him because he's worked out the math on how to beat up Darkstone.
How to defeat a
But
magician.
Darkstone doesn't work by rules.
I
of
know, but
logic
it's
and
going to be
science.
science against magic.
Oh, now this is pay-per-view quality right
Yes, it
here.
is.
And
So he goes for a slam. Just immediately goes for a slam. Forgets about punching, just goes in for a slam. Puff of smoke, he's on the other side of him.
yep.
He's suddenly behind him.
That should be a suplex, right? No, German suplex.
Oh,
German
with a bridge.
suplex.
Yeah.
You want to roll work for that, David? Man, another 6 natural 6.
So a 7, and my work is -1. So
You can spend a
6.
momentum to make that a 7.
Or do you want to let that botch and that takes his injury and puts him out of the game?
Oh,
There's
no.
this.
And it just
no.
ups the ante.
Wait. Can I come back later if I'm injured and out of the game?
You can run in, but you have to break kayfabe if your injury's too high. You'll
So-
still be there. You're just not allowed to continue.
Puff of
fighting.
smoke?
But it's so good if I get
Or you
injured
can
and come back.
Yeah.
Or-
Maybe later on.
Or you can spend your momentum to you can give on a botch. You get countered. Give 1 momentum to your opponent, and they immediately take control of the match. If you have no momentum, they still gain 1.
Can I roll for within the match to like pretend to be taken out of the match by medical professionals and then still show up later on?
I think that would be.
You can still show up. It just to participate in the match, you'll still have to roll real to break it because legitimately you have too much injury to be allowed to perform. That's all that means.
So Puff of smoke suplex.
All right, I'll take the suplex.
So you got the 6.
And he spent the momentum.
You
He
spent the
threw one at
momentum,
you.
so you have you can retain control and go into the next sequence.
Okay.
And so now you suplex Professor Otomo.
Yep.
And
Are you going into a bridge with it? Just gonna hold it down.
you can just
So
hold him there and
so-
eliminate him in that spot, and then we
That'd
can
be
say
hilarious.
who the next
no.
person is.
He's gonna kick out. I'm gonna pull off his goggles. He's gonna scream, "Ah, my eyes!" And then I'm gonna roll him up and pin him.
Yeah. Pulls off the goggles, Professor Otomo. These are for safety.
And so Professor Otomo's eliminated. Who comes in next? From is it Zig? Do you come
It's
back
gotta,
over
it's
the
gotta
ring?
be me. So the second that he gets rolled up, I run in and I start kicking and just hitting Darkstone.
So he's gonna work me back into the corner, and then Ken is gonna tag himself in off me to get at.
So here's some tag
Yeah.
team match rules here. There's a hot tag. When you have control of the match, you go to tag your partner at a critical moment, you can roll your heat with them. and the tag is made, and you get a double team opportunity on the legal wrestler, or the new legal wrestler in your team gains 1 momentum from their teammate, or on a botch, another team interferes and blocks the tag and isolates the legal wrestler in the corner. There's also tag turns. When you refuse to tag into a match, you can roll heat with your partner. You remain outside the ring and leave your partner to get pinned by the opposing legal wrestler. You cause them to get hit from behind. They give you, or you get beaten down outside the ring by other team partners. So you can turn on your own teammates in the tag rules when they go to tag you in or out. So we haven't done any tag team in this game. So I want to just go over those. Those are the options when that's
So
happening.
if Ken tags himself in, that means you're giving control to me?
Yes.
Okay. Tag myself in, and now you and I are going toe to toe, and I haven't seen you for a whole 40 minutes since you cost me my retirement match.
Yep.
Retirement.
Yeah,
Look at
I
you
think
now.
it's just hockey fight.
Yeah.
I think we go straight into a hockey fight.
Oh yeah.
And then
This hockey fight brought to you by Puzzle Burst.
Puzzle Burst.
Puzzle Burst Saga.
Yeah, Puzzle Burst Saga.
Yes, Puzzle Burst Saga 2.
Download now for free on your
The
smartphone
Legend of
device.
Curly's Puzzle Burst.
So hockey fight. Who comes out on top of that?
You should roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see hockey fight into
Kick to the gut.
kick to the gut. I'm gonna go kick to the gut on you, which is just straight up work. 6, 7. So, yep. Retain control into the next sequence. From there, classic DDT. Straight up. No botch.
He grabs the
Countered.
ropes.
Give your 1 momentum to your opponent. You take control of the match.
All right. So you put me into the DDT. You try to put me in. I grab your arm. I turn you around.
No.
And I go to clothesline you down.
All right. 7.
7.
Yep.
So that'll hit. And then as I hit you with the clothesline, you're kind of there, and everyone's booing, boo. I stick my tongue out at the crowd.
You're a bad man.
I look at the hard camera doing the whole
Playing to the crowd.
Do you have is that one of your moves a put over move? Or is that just your finisher?
No, that's a move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
While Zig is showboating to the crowd, I'm going to spend a momentum to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'm going to just slide in between the ropes and grab him by his hair and pull him back off of Ken, separating the two and throwing them to the side, and just give him a few kicks.
Yeah, because did you describe you had like Dog Bounty Hunter Mohawk?
No, I didn't say I had a mohawk.
Oh, that was someone else.
That was something else we were talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
But still, yeah, just start giving him the boot, and then slide back out into the ropes before the ref
before the ref notices anything. And so now you interrupt, so you're in control now as this continues forward. So you can describe what goes on there, as well as you've got 3 and 4 outside the ring, as well as your Susies.
I think at this point it just breaks down.
into a brawl. That's what I think
and
is
just
gonna happen.
everyone's brawling everywhere.
Yeah, I think in response to my interruption, one of the guys on
Joey.
CBW, so yeah, Joey, he's gonna come into the ring and start posturing and like yelling at the ref and see
going
what's
like,
going
what's
on.
going on over here?
Yeah, and then it's pandemonium, and
But he's now distracting the ref as well while everything else is going on.
yeah, and so I'm gonna slide back in. The Mr. Bossman is going to. So Professor Otomo's out. Who's left in the ring is Joey Bones and Zig. I'm gonna move in for grab a power slam on Zig, showing my
The one
General-
move. The one move,
exactly.
Or you could roll heat with your teammate, and then you could work together to go 2-on-1 against Zig.
Oh, true. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some heat together.
Oh, you and Ken.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Sounds
you-
good.
And I have 3 heat, so with you. So
Yeah. So yeah.
so you want to do like a double?
Do we add my heat to that?
No, he's in the one in control, so he's the one rolling it. So he's rolling his heat with you.
Sweet.
Some kind of like double like
Classic suplex.
Yeah, it's a double classic suplex up and over. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's 8. I'm gonna actually spend some momentum to push that over. To make that a 10.
And well, there you go. The hit is great. You retain control, and you gain heat with Zig.
Yeah, that works.
So what's your heat up to with Zig?
1 now.
So you got 1.
I should have probably gotten heat earlier from that argument with him.
Absolutely. So your heat's at 2.
Yeah.
Remembering, if you end any match with 4 heat, you automatically gain audience.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, that's it. I'll just give you that because you got plenty of momentum still, right?
Yeah.
And you still have control.
So at this point, the ref is there's scuffles, there's all things going on.
Everyone's everywhere.
And it's pandemonium, but the ref is starting to sort it out. Like, he's yelling at people. He's like, I'm going to
there,
disqualify this
there.
whole thing. So as it starts going, getting back to normal, Zig is like recovering on the ground, and I'm going to slide back out behind the ropes and give control over to Nug, so his nightmare can take his place.
Great. I am going to put him in a headlock, walk over, and tag in Golden Boy B. Arthur.
Yep. So do you want to give control to Zig as B. Arthur's brought in? We can
But
power balance.
isn't it him in the headlock?
Yeah, he's in the headlock. So so you tag in. So you're still in control then. So
Okay,
You're gonna work him over a little
Work
bit.
Golden Boy. Golden Boy, a bit flamboyant. A bit.
Is that well? Why don't you roll a hot tag then?
What's the hot tag?
With this is I had it.
Me?
here.
Hot tag. You had a hot tag there.
No,
It's
with
roll heat.
Tag team moves. Yeah. So you're rolling heat, which you don't have. So it's just be your momentum with B. Arthur.
Nah, that's 9.
But you rolled a natural 9. So the tag is made. New legal wrestler gets momentum from their teammate.
There you go.
And takes control of the match.
Golden Boy B. Arthur does a lot of classic gold dust kind of stuff. A lot of rubbing, a lot of touching, a lot of flamboyant stuff. And
I just realized, he'd totally be the provocateur of your
he's
promotion.
the provocateur. And then does just a huge, I'm going to steal it, just a huge face slap, just an open-handed slap to the face, and then plays the crowd.
Yeah. So that as he's working over the crowd, Zig, you'll get control.
All right, so I'm obviously like that. That slap made me real mad. He's playing to the crowd. He's not really paying attention. So I want to go. So as I'm on my knees, I get up. I run to the rope. I want to go in for a big spear on Golden Boy. 6, 7. I'm gonna add 2 more to make that a 9.
Okay.
All right. And
You didn't have to. You got a 7.
Yeah,
That's within the range.
A 7
so save
or a
your
9.
momentum.
It won't be
Never
any
mind
different. You either get up to the 10 or you don't.
Okay.
So you hit pretty well. You have transition. You go into the next segment. You can eliminate.
I want
B.
to
Arthur.
eliminate him.
Yeah.
I want to. No,
that takes us
actually,
down to 4.
I want to add some more. I want to.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a. I'm going to now do
So we got
a power
to
slam.
get through. We got
Yeah.
4 more on each team. So
Oh,
we
shit,
got to get down to the 2 of you.
All right, then I'm just gonna pin him then. 1, 2, 3.
yeah.
He's
so
out.
so he's out. He disappears. Then we'll put the we got Ken, we got Boss, and we've got the architect.
Put the
takes over.
architect. All right.
Architect
Yeah,
comes in
the
and takes his
architect.
place. now he's moving in, and the architect is the nerd on the TFW side versus the Professor Otomo on the other side. And he moves into the ring. Again, you can tap it. You can work with another player. You can eliminate architect.
Architect's probably gonna. He's working on it. He doesn't really know. It's like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Like, he kind of has an idea of, like, he's worked with me before. He's seen my stuff, so he knows how crazy I can be. So what I want to do is, as he's gonna try and lock up with me, I'm gonna sidestep. I'm gonna trip him, so that way he falls, and then like his eyes like hit the bottom rope. And he's like, ah, and he comes back up, and then I'm gonna side slam him. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 7. So it's a 7, and I want to go for the pin again.
Okay. Yeah, Zig's on fire. He's already taken out
1,
2
2, 3.
members of
it
your
looks
group.
like
it's now gonna be down to the
made a
boss.
good choice.
Yeah,
It's
there
going
you
to be
go.
down to the boss. It's going to be down to Ken. And even though there's still 4 more people on the other side.
What about Darkstone?
Oh, and Darkstone. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So the 3 versus the 4
I
want to
save my body, and I want to go tag in Professor Atomo again.
He's already gone.
You're gonna
He's
tag
gone.
in
He's gone.
Mr. Showtime.
I eliminated him.
Showtime. Well, no. Who wants to? Who from the other team's
Oh,
coming
Ken-
in?
Ken-
Ken's
Oh,
coming in.
it's Ken.
Ken's coming
House of
in.
Fire begging. I'm jumping in.
All right.
We got
that's a
15
hot
minutes
tag.
left in the game. The booking does have the boss winning. Doesn't
right.
matter which side of TFW survives, or the boss, even if he's the last man standing, will win this match. But the rest is up to the performance to decide the
I
order.
think
how that
what we
happens.
should do is this. I think you should take out.
I want to take out this
is
guy.
Showtime.
Yeah, take him out.
Then who's left on their team?
You got Zig, you've got Joey, and you have
I think you.
I'll
should,
take out Joey.
You should take out
Grim.
Joey.
And
Then it should
Grim.
come down to you two, and then we should have like an agreement of like knowing nod, and a courtesy pin. So like we can double team at some point, and then you give me the pin on
Yeah.
that because like that's the stipulation
Yeah.
of the agreement.
Do you want to just fast forward?
Yes.
To this?
That's all it
So-
should be. I eliminate full out sleeper on Showstopper, Mr.
Yep.
Mr.
Robert.
America, because
I'll-
it's finally my big win over him.
Yeah,
I'll
the audience
eliminate
goes
Joey,
nuts.
but injure myself as my 3rd match in the
Yeah,
process,
yeah.
and
And the
so
ref
I have
says,
to.
"You gotta get
I have
outta
to be
here."
taken to the back, and so I'm eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ref throws the card and
Nah.
sends you out.
So
Nah.
Joey's gone. It's down to us 3.
So that's 3.
Down to 3.
So then,
I wail on him.
You don't have a finishing move.
No, but
You-
I-
as the boss, but
Yeah.
you do. So,
I do. So I'll put him to sleep.
So roll for your finisher.
Okay. 8, 9, 10. There it is.
Wait, there's Grim. Is Grim still in this?
He's crying in the corner.
Grim gave up.
Yeah. Okay.
Grim
all right.
he cried
left.
himself. So you know what? I'm
He
gonna
timed-
go.
He when you tagged him in, he just
No, I
got
took-
out of the ring and timed
No,
out.
I took him out.
David
He took
took
him out
care of
early.
him and then
Oh,
took an
that's
injury.
I eliminated
which-
him, but hurt myself in the
Oh,
process.
okay, yes,
So I
yes,
rolled.
yes, yes.
I rolled.
We're doing like a montage.
I rolled an
moment.
8,
Johnny.
which is enough. I'm not going to spend any momentum, but instead of I use my veteran skills to force a win on the second drop of the arm, like the classic 1 drop, 2 drop.
Yep.
3 means I'd win. I lay you down. We don't do the 3rd arm drop,
Yep.
and I lean over and tag in the boss, and
Tag
he
in.
tags you while you're
Boom.
and he pins you while you're asleep.
Oh my god.
That is good booking.
Yeah.
And the boss's audience will go up for that because you put him over and you
I
give him
did.
a moment.
Yeah.
So the your audience goes up, and I don't know.
My heat goes up with you for
both
sure.
of your
Zig.
heats go up on Zig,
Yeah.
That's 4.
That's 4. Yeah.
and tap tap tap, ding ding ding. The match comes to an end. The cage with Anka is lowered down. She's given a mic, deals a deal. She hands you over the papers of the company, and then
She pulls them out of her bra.
and I guess you grab the mic and you just like get the hell out of my town.
Yes. And you're right. A deal is a deal. So get the hell out of here and give me back my promotion.
and it's your chance here now.
This is awesome.
You're in control. You have your defectors now. Technically, still it's all one side again. But there was a moment there of like an internal civil war. But they're back to being yours again. They're like, and as for you,
Yeah.
as you point at Zig and Showstopper or Mr. Showtime.
And as for you, well, I guess we'll find out next time on Monday Night War.
And everyone else who had like you got up to 4.
Yep.
You all got advances.
Yeah.
Good.
And not before it's then announced. There's a moment there with the announcement of the dojo that's put out that you are retiring.
I
but
am.
You'll be training the next generation of wrestlers, and they'll be coming in and performing here. And TFW may have been bought out by CB Dub, but now they're back in control of an even larger war chest than ever before. And they'll be
Well, yeah,
taking on
because
the whole world.
you're now the commissioner.
Yes.
Even though Anka is still the owner.
Exactly.
You're the commissioner.
And the audience is just over the top. You're going to be taking your shows to Singapore. You're going to be doing shows in the UK.
Guys, we're going to Timmins.
You're going to
Can I just
Timmins.
point out that at this point I
God.
do have both belts? I just
course you do.
fully Triple H at WrestleMania 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got them over your shoulders because
And
you're
I
also
can't
on
wait.
crutches.
For the next, like, you're already on the snide. You turned your back on the company, but now you're screwed. You picked the wrong side,
And
and
you've been pulled
the guy
back
you
in.
hate the most has 2 belts.
and you've been sucked back
I
in.
am so I am pure
You have-
venom right
I
now.
have so many targets on your back.
Mystical. I need an assistant to carry around my belts because I have so many.
He hires you on as the valet.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, because you get fired, and your only way back in is to work as my valet next time.
And as your advance, as his advance, he forms a dedicated tag team.
Oh my god.
So
we're back in.
every match you have to be back with him again.
What
Indentured
punishment.
servitude.
I've retired. I'm bringing up new people in the training center, so if I play again, I can pick a brand new character that's been trained by the Nightmare.
Yeah, you can play the young one.
I can play the young one. I can play an aerial dude or a technician. This is great.
Yeah, you can just play Bad Dream.
Bad
Bochancy.
dream. Go from the nightmare to the bad dream.
For Terrible Warriors, we wrap up. If you're a Patreon supporter, you can log on to patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. You can hear the debrief episode that is being released right now. So we just stick around for a few extra minutes to talk about the game that was Break Character and just say like, hey, how was this? Because we had a number of people playing for the first time in this game, number of people playing first time playing any role-playing game, and returning to the sequel, which introduced some new rules. So we got a lot that we can break down and talk about. But for now, for Terrible Warriors, I have been your creative for this show, Justin Ecock, gathered around my amazing wrestling team, starting at my left, your right.
Nahrgang, you can follow my podcast, Illusionoid, at IllusionoidPod on Instagram and Twitter.
And our indentured servant.
Anthony Sardinha of Team 4-Star.
Say it like you like it. Come on.
Got a little salt there.
Oh,
in
it's
your
so much
water.
salt just flying around.
Yeah.
It's Julian Spillane, who's significantly less salty. I won the day. I
You
saved
won the
day.
day. You finally didn't. You actually were one of like half the table that didn't betray everyone this time.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. And joining us for the first time,
Dave Ross, the Amazing Darkstone, the current TWF and CVW World Champion.
you're a double world champion.
So many belts.
You like rule the multiverse. So thank you all for coming to the show, and take it away, Justin. The Terrible Warriors has new episodes out every Tuesday and Thursday, and Worldwide Wrestling The Takeover is now concluded, which means if you're a supporter on Patreon, you can head over to patreon.com/Terrible Warriors and download the debrief episode where you can hear us break down our thoughts on the game. Thank you for supporting us. On Thursday, Derek the Bard returns with Shane Fitzgerald and Will Mitchell as they're playing the Suicide Squad, but not with the entire squad from last time. No, this time this mission calls for the peculiar, specific skills of Killer Watt and Max Brand. You can catch up on last week's episode, but I can tell you this without spoilers, they did a thing. And that game wraps up on Thursday. The reason we're doing these short campaigns at the very end of June is because July has been cleared aside for a special lead-up to our Con Bravo appearance at the end of the month. Both Tuesday and Thursday in July will be dedicated to the same campaign, sort of. The Toronto crew is playing their own game, and the Edmonton crew is playing their own game, but we're both playing Apocalypse World. And at the end of the month, recorded live at a Con Bravo panel, we will have our 5th and final episode where we will converge the story from the Toronto campaign and bring in the story of the Edmonton campaign, and we will have a finale where both will meet at the table. And Derek and Justin will co-GM, and somehow these two stories will have a delicious, satisfying end. So, every week in July, we're going to remind you that the finale can be heard live at Con Bravo, and then the Tuesday after Con Bravo, we'll release the recording. If you want to be in that audience, that's easy to do. Get your tickets to Con Bravo. Come hang out with us for the entire weekend. D20 Live is also going to be there with Big Mike. Anthony Sardinha, who is sitting at our table for Worldwide Wrestling, he's part of Team 4-Star. They're going to be at Con Bravo. There's a bunch of YouTube stars. Check out their guest list. Come on out, have a great time, play some games with us, and be at our panel to hear the finale to the Apocalypse World game that will begin next week. Return to us on Tuesday, where Justin brings together his apocalyptic warriors for the beginning of the Toronto thread of Apocalypse World in a campaign we have dubbed Sanctuary. You can follow us on Twitter at Dice Warriors, and if you like what you're hearing, consider supporting us at patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. Today's
terrible warriors and your terrible wrestlers. It was Nahrgang, Anthony Sardinha, Julian, Spillane, David Ross, and Justin Ecock. With a special opening promo cut by Vance Brews as Mr. Showtime. Vance will be in Toronto coming up for Canada at Midnight's Vampire the Masquerade game. You can find out more at canadaatmidnight.ca. Thank you for lending your voice, Vance. And until we meet again, listeners, in the apocalypse world, thank you for listening and supporting, sharing and participating. Thank you for rolling dice and playing games and telling stories. And thank you for becoming a terrible warrior.